let's get into some current events. So, I think the biggest current event that happened recently is the Central African Republic makes Bitcoin legal tender. So they become the second country to make Bitcoin legal tender, of course, after El Salvador. I'll use the CAR as short, but the CAR was under the French control for some time. It's currently one of the poorest countries in the world, with some very unstable currency. It's a slightly smaller population than El Salvador. So it's got about 4.7 million compared to about 6.5 million in El Salvador. So obviously, moving to the Bitcoin standard off of a unstable currency that's not backed by gold or anything like that, obviously very positive for a small country like this. Another note too I have about the CR is that they have a significant amount of natural resources and natural energy, specifically uranium. So I think overall this is positive for Bitcoin as a whole, obviously, because another country is creating or making it legal tender. But at the same time too, that they have some interesting energy sources. So we have El Salvador kind of using a volcano or planning on using their volcanoes to mine Bitcoin. So I'll be curious to see if what the CAR does to mine Bitcoin as a country as well, to see if maybe they use uranium or some other energy source, or something more I haven't even thought of, and get creative to mine Bitcoin. But what are your thoughts of the second country in the world making Bitcoin legal tender?
So, um, I'm probably not like most people that you talk to on your show. Um, and I think that's okay because it'll give you some variety. Like, I feel ambivalent, I guess, about that and El Salvador, mainly because b- like let me just ask you some rhetorical questions and you can answer them. Like, what is Bitcoin?
Well, I mean, digital gold or digital currency. I don't know, like how long you got.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know it's okay. Let's just don't resist it. Let's just play along, right?
yeah.
Um, like it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash with no trusted third parties, right? So
Yep.
introducing it as through a nation state level does not sound like a peer-to-peer electronic cash with no trusted third parties, right? So it's like, and then that news just came out recently. But if you look at the El Salvador as the proxy, depending on where you read your information, you can get a little bit of both sides. There's people on the ground in El Salvador who are protesting against Bitcoin. There's people in El Salvador who are for Bitcoin. People in El Salvador, I think, are mostly using Chivo Wallet, right? There's also been reports of individuals having their accounts and identities stolen. So when they go in to try and redeem their $30 of Bitcoin, some individuals have found that their accounts already been taken. So so it's like, and then all of it's like on Lightning, right? So it's custodial, and no one's running their own nodes, and there's a lot of privacy issues. And I think like an authoritarian government like El Salvador, and like the president has shown to be, like, he's even said he's the world's most famous dictator or something like that. They would, like, if I was them, I would want like everybody on my custodial Bitcoin Lightning wallet. It just would provide so much um, information, and I don't know, it's just so much power. And so it's like that's why I'm ambivalent about it. Like, it's cool that I do think it's cool. That's great. Like, it's gonna, it's cool that the car did that. It's just I have my personal feelings about it, and a few of the articles that we'll talk about, kind of like will deviate into like this kind of conversation, um, because I think more people need to be aware of it. Like right now, a lot of people are just going into Bitcoin, KYCing through these custodial service third parties, and I believe only a small amount of people will come out in the end, like actually focus on what on like peer to peer, electronic cash with no trusted third parties.